It's been a while since I was here, and as someone who has discovered that, it's just part of me. I can't help it. I just help people. Intentionally or unintentionally, I just find myself helping people all the time. So I said, why not? I mean, I can't run away from it. So I might as well come here and help people again. So I am back with content that will help you if you are into business. Content that will give you value. Content that will give you um learning experience from other people's experiences, other people's stories. I think one of the best ways to learn is through biopics and biographies and also biographies about the lives of actual people putting into practice certain theories you've learned about businesses. So if you're interested in stuff like that, then stay till the end of this video for a list of people you can look up if you aren't already watching them. So number one on the list, starting from the motherland, is the Connected Minds podcast. Connected, that's how he says. Connected. Number one is the Connected Minds podcast by Derek Abaiti. He serves as the host as well for the show, the podcast, and you can find them on all streaming platforms. If you want the video, of course, YouTube, but then you can find the audio versions also on Spotify, I think Apple Podcast and all those other platforms. I go for YouTube because I just love video content. So he's available on YouTube. The podcast is available on YouTube, but also he has his personal channel where he shares other nuggets as well on business. So if you're into business, that's an hour master class on YouTube. I forgot 1 hour master class, I think, on arts, not boost. I think that's the title of. I'll get a screenshot of it. I think it's arts, not that video. If you want to run ads for your business, Facebook ads, Google ads, watch that video. Watch that video. Watch that video. At least to give you the basics, to give you the skeleton of how to go about it. And you can now look up the details on how to the logic. If just on the wisdom behind running Facebook ads, Google ads, watch that video. So yeah, there's Derek Abaite and his Connected Minds podcast from the motherland. Also from the motherland, we have My Business Story GH. It's a YouTube channel. I don't know if they post on other platforms, but I know them on YouTube, where they interview entrepreneurs, talk about business and all of that. So that's also another very useful channel in my opinion. Then moving a bit from the motherland, we are entering into the fatherland, and then we have additional assets. I like to mention Yoruba names well. So additional assets. Yes, of course, this guy speak about him all the time on this channel. So yeah, you should look him up. You should look him up. You should look that guy up. He's one of his major businesses is in real estate, right? But the things he shares can be applied to other businesses. So yeah, look him up. And then also from the fatherland, we have the Olushola. Yes, the Olushola. He shares business and productivity content. So I think he has just one channel, but then he has a podcast on the channel which is called the Eco Room Podcast. He has interviewed quite a number of entrepreneurs as well. He has had no, Derek was the one who interviewed him. So on the Connected Minds podcast, he was interviewed there as well because he's a businessman. Aside being a podcast host, a pastime, all those things, he's actually a businessman and he has built stuff. So you can look up the Olushola. I think I'll get the actual because on Instagram he's the Olushola, but I've forgotten the name of the channel. But it's Olushola Olaleye. That's his name. Yeah, so you can look him up on YouTube as well. You can go to the podcast section straight as well. But on his channel, he generally just shares business and productivity stuff. So I think you can find other videos aside from the interviews also useful. So he has had Funke Bakna on it. He has had um Apostle Aaron on it. But he didn't really talk about business. But he talked about building. I mean, if you've pastored a church that big, then definitely you have insights on building. So should watch those as well. So that's it from the fatherland. Then we have those from the fatherland who are not necessarily based in the fatherland. So we have my ladies, Oreoluwa, Bukola, CFA, and the Global Temi. The Global Temi shares mostly on Instagram. That's where she's most active. But she has a YouTube channel as well, and then she's on TikTok. I recently discovered that she's on TikTok because I've never really been, or I wasn't really into TikTok previously. So most of the people I follow, I've known them from either Instagram or YouTube or Twitter. Twitter, yes. So the Global Temiluke app, she has built two businesses, Tutunre and Light and Cottons. Yes, and she's also a global climate something something. Yes, so she talks about this stuff, not just on the climate stuff that she does, but also on the businesses she's built, how she's building them. In fact, she even took us along when she was building Tutunre from the ground up, and the Tutunre business that she has is basically upcycling denim into bags and stuff. So check it out. She speaks a lot on like excellence, building businesses and all of that on her page. So find her on Instagram, find her on YouTube, find her on TikTok, and you get value from that. And of course, my Ore Olua, because she speaks more on career stuff. So if you are thinking career progression, how to scale up or how to go up the ranks in your career, then you should follow her. She's a finance person. I don't know if she's an accountant or something. I'll look up what CFM is, but she's something in the finance world. So if you want to learn more about corporate settings and how to play the game well, then she's the one to follow. Of course, she speaks about. She doesn't even generally. She speaks more on general corporate settings. But of course, some of her videos may be tilted to us, or they will be more valuable to people in the finance space. But generally, she shares stuff on corporate settings. So if you are someone who wants to grow up in the corporate world, then Charlie, she's someone to follow. Ore Olua Bukala. She posts almost every day, multiple posts, videos actually, on Twitter, on TikTok. Those are the platforms I've found here. So look her up, Ore Olua Bukala. So that's for the ladies who are both coincidentally from the fatherland. Yes. Then moving on to global stuff now. We have Alex Omozi. Of course, we have Alex Omozi. I mean, like, if you've not heard of Alex Omozi right now, then I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it depends on your FYP, the things you've been watching, the rubbish you've been watching. That's what has prevented you from coming across Alex's content because he's everywhere and he's active everywhere. He is Twitter, he's at YouTube, he is there. Instagram, do I follow him on? Yeah, I follow him on Instagram, but I'm not. I wasn't active on Instagram for a while, so yeah. But Twitter, he's there. He's making noise all the time. He's not making noise. He's loud about the things he does, building businesses and all of that. So look up Alex Omozi. And then who again on the global scale? Who again do I like? There's this guy that I like to. I used to read his tweets a lot. The Michael. Oh, I forgot the guy's name. I don't follow him now because Elon Musk banned me from Twitter. I'll be suspended me learning. But don't worry, I have my ways. I'm back on Twitter. I'll look for the guy and get his name. He also shares stuff on, I think the corporate world business. Yes, and there's this guy. What's the name of the business? Is it some So Fresh? The So Fresh, one of the founders of So Fresh Nigeria. He also shares a lot on businesses, but he tweets a lot. So if you like to read, then he's a guy to follow on Twitter. He writes a lot of articles sharing his experiences and stuff like that. So these are a couple of people that actually, if you are into business, I think they'll be helpful to you. But of course, life is not just about business. You know, life is not just about business. No, 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 no. It can't be all too serious here. Me, I can't be. If I even try, I can't. So there will always be a touch of Islamic Prince, a touch of Kingsley here and there and all of that. So, well, that these are creators whose content I think, well, if you're African, you'd mostly find funny because they are from everyday experiences that if you're in Africa, at least one of the videos will touch you. So Kingsley is that guy. He uses everyday stuff, everyday experiences, but he tells the stories in a very entertaining way. So Kingsley underscore OM on TikTok, on Instagram. You'll find him there. On YouTube as well. On YouTube. And then Islamic Prince, please. Islamic Prince, TikTok. That's my crown prince, my beloved crown prince. He's very entertaining. I find him entertaining anyways. Well, so the sense of humor there, I think some people their problems are bigger than others. So some of us the things we find funny. If your problems are bigger than my problems, I don't think you'll find funny. So you might not find Islamic Prince that funny, right? But he's someone I find very entertaining. So if our sense of humor is similar, then you can look out or you can check out Islamic Prince on TikTok. Then who again? From the Kingsley squad, we have four other guys who create um relatable content as well. That is very funny. Recently, they had a collaboration, and it was just a bomb. So we have J on Air. J on Air is on Instagram and TikTok. J on Air. We have Kenzie Odosin. Kenzie Odosin is a guy that you should watch. His content on English is very fun. And speaking of English, Perry Jason. Perry Jason, I think he's entertaining for me. It's entertaining for me because he corrects English. Maybe other people who are similar to Jay on Air, Kingsley, um, um, Steve Chooks, yes, the other guys he collaborated with, Steve Chooks and Kenzie Odosin. Then we have this guy, your stories, yes. So these are some of the fun people that I think you should balance your business, productive, serious, whatever side with, so that actually you experience life and you enjoy life. So yeah, I've come to help you because that's what I do. I help. So you are welcome, indeed. You are welcome. Now let me take time to edit this video and let it go live. Yeah. And speaking of Temi Lade, she has written a lot of books. Global Temi, she has written a lot of books. A lot of books. And I know the books are great. I know because I've watched YouTube videos of her live events where was it even live events? Her in-person events where she read parts of the books and explained and all of that. So I know the books are great. They are available on Seller for most of them. But you can get the hardcover versions as well. So go to I, th- I think it's books by Temi or something. I'll get the exact website and then you can look it up and you can download the PDF versions from anywhere in the world and enjoy her books. So yeah, these are people that will help your life. So go and watch them, okay? Bye bye.